小麦开始录制。
Hey guys, this is John from US Dash Camera.
正在关闭无线热点。
Today we got a review on the Xiaomi 70 minutes smart Wi-Fi car DVR or dash camera. Now this is an incredibly affordable, cheap dash camera at only about $35 from GearBest.com. GearBest.com did provide this as a review unit, so I'd like to thank them for sending this out for review. And at only $35 or $36 as of now, this camera does have a Sony IMX323 image sensor. It has built-in Wi-Fi with a smartphone app. Of course, it has full 1080p HD. And as you heard just a second ago, it does have audio alerts even, but unfortunately mine's only in Chinese. Now I have seen some videos where people have English alerts. I'm not sure how you get those, so you might want to look into that if you are interested in purchasing this. And of course I will provide links down below in the description if you are interested in purchasing this. So all that's included in the box is the Chinese manual, the camera, the power adapter, and a micro USB cord for the USB adapter. So you can't charge your phone, unfortunately, with it at the same time. But I am very impressed with the styling of this camera. I really like the form factor. It's very sleek, reminiscent of Blackview cameras. Here you can see on the side it has the reset button, the micro SD card slot, and the power input with the micro USB port. On the other side we got a power button, and the Wi-Fi button also shares that same button. You can see here that it does use black adhesive, which is very nice. Overall, I really like the build quality, especially for something that's only about $35 to $36 currently. Now you can remove this mount, or the camera, from the mount. It looks sort of like a GoPro style clip, but it's not exactly the same. And unfortunately, if you take it off, that little end piece falls off very easily, so if you are removing the camera, just be very careful with that. So again, this does have audio alerts, but the one I got only has Chinese audio alerts. I'd really love to find out how to get it in English, as I've seen other owners have had.
小麦开始录制。
Power button has a cool pulsating color changing light. This also acts as the Wi-Fi button when the camera's on. So while this camera seems really cool from the onset, the video quality is definitely going to be a downside. Even though it has the Sony IMX323 image sensor, the picture just doesn't look that great. It's definitely good enough if you just want a camera that's going to record while you're driving and to capture any car crash you're in. You might not be able to read license plates like you can with even some several year old cameras like the A118 or the newer A119, but again, it's only about $35, $36, so that's a really cheap camera that has Wi-Fi and a pretty cool design too, because a lot of the really cheap cameras have really ugly designs. So overall, while I was disappointed with the video quality, I wasn't expecting much either. I guess I was hoping, since it had the Sony IMX323 image sensor, that it would be slightly better than this, but if you look at other cameras with that same image sensor, they can vary quite a bit. A lot of it has to do with the lens type, the firmware, there's a lot of factors, so just having this image sensor doesn't mean it's going to have great video quality like other cameras with the same image sensor. Now, one thing I would say this camera does excel at, for being how cheap it is the night quality. While again, the night quality isn't super detailed, it's not very well defined when you're trying to read signs or license plates from more than 20 feet away. I would gotta say that the brightness, the low level capabilities of this camera are much better than cameras that were $60 to $100 a couple years ago, or even some today. So this is where that Sony IMX323 image sensor does seem to give it quite a bit of benefit. So while a lot of people might be disappointed with the clarity of the image, I would still have to give it the fact that it has pretty good low light conditions. Now the audio quality is okay also.
Hello, this is a Comcast courtesy reminder for your appointment with a guaranteed arrival window on Thursday, January 4th, between 4.
I've heard several cameras that were worse than that are far more expensive. Now getting to the Wi-Fi app, it's not available on the App Store. I did download the Android version. I downloaded it from the website. I didn't have at the time I was trying to use the QR tag. My camera wasn't working on my phone, so I ended up just downloading it through the website, and here you can see me connecting to it. First time you connect it, it'll do this little security check where you have to press the power button. So this is sort of like one of those Wi-Fi buttons on some wireless routers where you can click the button and that shows the device that you're the one actually next to the device or the owner of the device. So there you can see I connected. It will instantly start showing a live feed. It's pretty nice that it does show some tips or info, and then it lets you tell it not to show you it again. So there you can see this was just on my desk when I was testing it. Of course we can, like most other apps, view any of the files from the camera. It starts up really quickly. Some cameras, like even the ThinkWare cameras, take 10 seconds to load the video, so I like how quick this one is. Of course you can download it to your phone, and it seems to be about average download time. Probably take a minute or so to download the clip. Of course it depends on how long of a clip you choose. So here you can change the settings of the camera. Now some of the terminology seems a little strange, like open instead of on, but overall it's very standard settings for a Wi-Fi camera. So I gotta hand it to them. The app does work well. I never had issues with it. I've had issues before with Anchor and ThinkWare and Blackview, and the fact that this is a $35 camera just again sort of impresses me. Even though I was disappointed with the video quality, it's hard to hate this camera because it's so cheap. It looks really awesome. I really like that LED light. It has a very standard but very useful Wi-Fi smartphone app. So I've got to say, if there's people out there that are still looking for cameras under $50, this is definitely one to consider. I believe Xiaomi actually has another dash camera, the Yi dash camera, for just slightly more. I think it might have only been $40 on sale recently, and it probably has better video quality, but it looks like a GoPro. It doesn't look as sleek or discreet, so I do sort of like how this one looks very discreet. And of course, there are other cameras that are just a little bit more. Personally, if I had to choose and had less than $100 budget, I would probably buy the Anker Rove C1 Pro. Now the C1 Pro currently is $99, so really it's over $100 with tax and shipping if you don't get free shipping. But again, this is such a great camera considering the price that I would say if you really can't spend more than $40 on a dash camera and want a Wi-Fi smart dash camera, then I would definitely go for this one. Just don't expect the video quality to rival $100 to $200 dash cameras, but again, it's you get what you pay for, and in 2018 I feel like for $35 you get quite a lot. So again, this was sent to me for review by gearbest.com, so I'll provide a link down below in the description to where you can purchase this. They do have lots of different dash cameras, and typically I don't like most of them because a lot of them are such generic, random, low quality cameras, but this one caught my eye, and overall I would say I'm impressed. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video or my other videos, I'd appreciate if you hit like and the subscribe button. So of course, as usual, drive safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.